Lucky Lodge will have strong representation at both the Club Menangle meeting on Saturday night and also the outstanding meeting at Melton. I caught up with stable representative Robbie Morris to have a chat about their prospects. Well, Robbie, great racing on Saturday night, both here at Club Menangle and at Melton on Saturday night. Lucky Lodge look to be out to play a role in both stages. We'll commence with Melton Race 5, the Council Sprint, and Pete said so. His form here at Menangle has been superb.
Yeah, I can't fault him. He's absolutely flying, this horse. He's sort of, Kez has taken her through the 2-year-old boys down and one girl for the Breeders' Crown Thursday at the heats, and Phoebe Onyx and Pete said so are hoping to go to, or Phoebe Onyx definitely, and Pete said so, still on the brink of qualifying. And said to Kerry, you know, you've got to get him down there in front of the Melbourne people so they can see him, because his numbers don't look great here, but his sectionals have been off the charts. Like, I think he went like 26-6, 26-3 his last 2 quarters at Menangle here Saturday night, but when you're second last and you're chasing Expensive Ego, it's awfully hard, you know, so we'd look to sort of hope for a bit more luck. I think he's come up with barrier 4, and he'll put himself in the play, and he's racing really good.
And he's never been up against easy opposition.
No, he's had to come through a grade here at Menangle, which is really strong at the moment. And I know it sounds silly, but you know, maybe the Melbourne track might just suit him a little bit. Drop back to a 1,000-metre track, and you know, there's no Spirit of St. Louis and Expensive Egos and that in this race. So hopefully he can get down there and show the people of Victoria, or especially the handicappers, that he should probably be a little bit higher.
You mentioned Phoebe Onyx goes around in race 10. The trot form has been a little bit patchy since when he first up for the stable.
No, I've been happy with him, actually. I've been really happy with him. Like, his first win was great. Then he ran a lovely second to the Matty Craven horse, which I think is a really nice horse, a lot of muscle. You know, we let up that day and we got 28-2, and it run me down. Just a better horse ran him down. Then he got stuck outside the leader, and that's just not him. And then he was driven, had to go back from a wide draw his last start, and he actually got home in 26-5 and ran 4th. And I've got to say, I think that's the way to drive him, just for one run. So he'll head down to Melbourne on Saturday. He won't disgrace himself. It's a strong enough race, but he'll acquit himself nicely. And I'm sure with an Into Dominion series, if you just drive him along the fence and mind your own business, I wouldn't want him sitting on my back.
Nice draw, gate 3.
Yeah, he does. He's got a little bit of gate speed. Can't use too much of it. She's probably just got to find a spot and try and get him a run sort of somewhere, turn it for home. But if he can zip across and find a nice little posse, he'll be thereabouts as well.
Let's have a look at Club Menangle when you've got numerous chances. In the first, Fair Cruise, and a deserving win here last week with Inter Dominion reinsman Josh Gallagher in the sulky.
Yeah, he's been ultra consistent. I don't know. My name's managed to come out at him on the field. Josh might change that throughout the week. But, yeah, Cruise is a beautiful horse. He's sort of one of them horses that a little bit hit and miss sometimes, but he got his chance and he really delivered Saturday night.
Over to the second 2 in the race, Dance for Glory and Allsund, both going well, in particular Allsund.
Yeah, she's really flying. She took that next step at the races at Newcastle and said to Daniel Cordanda that owns her, I think it's about time we drop her in the water here just to let her find her feet. Really pleased with how she's raced on, really pleased with how she's trained. Dance for Glory, he's just an old marvel. He got left in the wrong spot the other day, but he'll probably start big odds each way again, and he's not without a show.
His win 3 starts back, Robbie, at Newcastle was outstanding. He was attacked left, right and centre and just kept getting up off the canvas.
Yeah, well, that's him. You know, he's the type of horse that Menangle doesn't do him too many favours because he's such a big grinder. They got 400 metres to run him down here, but you know, if this was a 1,000-metre track, I've got no doubt in the world that he would be a pretty strong free-for-aller because he can run those good times and duck around the bend. But you know, that's the way the racing is here, and he's really good. He hasn't disappointed anyone, and he's knocking on the door.
To the third, and What's Your Secret is racing with consistency.
She's flying, this man. You know, she's just improves every week. You know, we dropped her in a Group 3 mares race a couple of weeks ago and she ran 3rd to Braveview Kelly. She's a little bit one-dimensional. We've got to drive her the same way, but she's racing really good, and if she gets a show, she'll run a great race again.
One of the feature events, race 5, you're taking the race behind Tim's a Tripper, which you've had success with here in Group 1, the 2-year-old New South Wales Breeders' Challenge. Form since has been a little bit patchy?
No. It's once again, he's just a hard horse. You know, you're racing. You know, 2 starts ago, he raced a track record at Tamworth, trying to keep the helmet a leap to fame, which turns out I think that's near upon a possibility, and probably only dropped me 5 or 6 metres. And then his last start, which was at Albion Park Saturday night, he sat 3 deep for the first 600, got to there 1 in 53. I think he's going really good, and let's hope we can sort of roll forward and find a spot early.
Yeah, there's going to be a nice clash with Mahomes and Escape Artist. I think it's one of the highlight races of the card.
Yeah, and then you've got King Tiger as well. I think it's a cracking race, and you know, it's a real probably sort of it's a good thing for our sport. These bred in the blues with these, Tiger Taras and Bling It Ons and For a Reasons and, Tintin in America. These stallions are really getting their show, and it's great that these horses can race for 100,000.
Speaking of For a Reason, you drive Heavenly Reason over in race 7 for Kerry Towers.
Yeah, going really good, the filly. Madrid's probably the class filly of the race, but I'm really happy with the way she's racing. She needs a little bit of luck, but if she gets the luck, she'll be hitting the line really strong.
Just the one placing from 11 starts for Screenshot, goes around in race 8.
Yeah, look, she's a lovely filly. She just scraped into the money order in the bred and the blue, but she's owned by Andrew Argyle and Andrew Pratt, and they're really excited to have a Group 1 starter. And I've got to say, whether she wins or not, it probably might be a bit of a long bow, but she's definitely not without a place chance.
Over the last trot, Sonny G's drawn the outside gate. Had a purple patch of form there for a while, but it's tapered off.
No, he's all right. He just got left in a few of the wrong spots. He trained really good this morning and got Leighton Green on board, back into the 85 trot. It'll hold him in good stead. He drops back in grade a little bit.
Any chance of you and I agreeing on something here today? It is Tuesday. Can you agree on that?
One knows doing his best to distract me, but we've had a bit of a difference of opinion here, but no, it's good. It's a good bit of banner.
Yeah, it's good to see 1-0 over there acting a fool.
Exactly.
And what about the stable foreman, Mr. Archie here? How's you going, Archie? How's your midi trotters going?
Good.
Look up.
Good.
And what's their names again?
Crystal Ball and Paisy Aces.
And which one's the best?
Paisy Aces?
How was school? Did you behave yourself?
Yes.
Mum's away, Reynolds.
Yeah, Mum's away and Daddy and
2-minute noodles.
Mum's away and Daddy and Son's going to play. Is that right?
Going to spend a lot of time with Nen, I think.
Well, we'll have those 2-minute noodles. Make sure they're just 2 minutes and not 3.
Yeah, no, we won't burn the noodles, will we? Noodles or Uber Eats.
What's the best of your drives, Rob?
Tim's a trooper. He's a class horse. And I know he's racing nice horses, but I really think he's a classy horse. And, Leap to Fame's a star, and I honestly, don't think he's only probably a couple of lengths behind him, and a couple of lengths behind him is probably better than most.
As we know, Robbie, all those will be well driven.
Well, I'll stick to that either way anyway.
We agree on something. Thanks very much for your time, Rob.
Thank you.